Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe to the channel. Martin Tugger here again, giving you a triple treat in the form of 3 replays sent in by subscribers in the Best Blitz replay series. And we have a call-in from the Tax Clan, who's driving a tank that you don't often see on the battlefield, or in videos, or even in replays sent my way, or maybe to other content creators as well. This is a VK3001P, that tier 6 German medium tank that's the precursor to the Tiger P. It has a good gun, it is somewhat mobile, it had one of these hard hitting guns, was one of the best in tier 6 when it comes to medium tanks, because now you have also the P43 BIS or the P43 Tur. I'm not quite sure, I can't really remember which one is on tier 6, I think it's the BIS. And that one has a good gun too. The T3485 obviously has a hard-hitting gun, but this one used to be one of the best at 225 Alpha, the biggest tier 6 medium tank gun. And a Coen is not, he hasn't been able to show us how good the gun is actually, because he's having trouble with the gun depression. He is being really trying to work the angles. He's shooting the VK3601H. And that tank, right across there, might be the reason that this tank, the VK3001P, is not driven a lot. Because everybody wants to get the VK36, everybody wants to drive the Tiger 2. But this one should not be forgotten. And a Coen is going to have a good game. You can see he's off to a slow start. He has lost 3 teammates already. The team is crumbling, they are melting, It is just its usual Blitz. I mean, we're 2 minutes into the game, and it's not like they're already down to 3 last remaining tanks on both teams. Not by any means. It's 4 tanks down total only. But you can see tanks just go to a flank. They expect to be able to sit there quite some time and expect to live. And a Coen is taking things very cautiously. Maybe, when I was watching the replay, I was thinking, dude, this is a bit too tentative. This is being too slow, too little, too late. You're gonna regret it. You're going to regret moving in this late, because this is a VK3001D. As you can have some troll armor. There's a tank on the cap, as you can see. There was a KV1S still alive on the red team, and 88, I think. And a really good snapshot on the 3001D. There's a heavy tank across the KV1S. Things are not looking good. Things are not looking good. They're down to 2 tanks. The Reds have got an IS knocking about still. And it's 2 versus 5. And luckily this tank is AFK. And that shot went in. We do not see a shell burst. And he's going to shoot again. And there's no shell burst, as you can see. And this tank is now down to a 1 shot. And it's a good thing. And it is, of course, a little bit of damage that he gets, which is easy, AFK tanks. But other than that, the way he has been driving a Coen, the way he has been setting up, is goodish in a way. And this guy, the AT, he's making the mistake of trying to push in. You can see the Panther M10 takes out the tank, they're bringing it back to 2 versus 3. Well, that's an IS that has a hard-hitting gun. And the IS is now starting to flank. And this is the main problem, I think, with Blitz nowadays, because people do a lot of damage in the beginning. They think it's all about mobility, it's all about driving around and killing other tanks and just shooting left, right, dead center. Where a Coen here is being a lot more, let's say, patient. As you can see, he's being a lot more patient. And of course it helps if you have made a new account, just a few games done, and if you know all the sneaky little lines of sight like a Coen is doing here. You can see that he knows this guy's going to poke. Hello, and he doesn't have a shot available. That is unfortunate. But what he has been doing, he knows what to do. He realizes what is happening. And that's because he has all this experience. What we have been social distancing ourselves in the Netherlands, and while I was at home doing all these home education for my pupils, I also had the time to read up a little bit on some educational research. And there was a little research done by a Dutch researcher, Jaap de Groot, let's call him Joe the Great. And Joe had some research done with chess players. Well, Martin, what does this have to do with Blitz? What are you talking about? Chess? That's a whole different kettle of fish, a whole different game. Yes, it is. But they were trying to figure out how pupils think, how people who are being taught things think. And it turned out to be that beginners actually think in completely different patterns compared to experts. They did this with chess players. They had amateur chess players. They had really good chess players like the masters, the grand masters. And it turned out to be that the grand masters, they could look at games. They had a phenomenal memory for opening phases and opening moves and then winning moves and then half center match moves. And they just knew what to do. They could make a sort of mental image of what the game was going to be. And Coen is going to do exactly the same. He realized that AT is on the cap, and he realized that if he can drop down over here, that he will not be spotted, and he doesn't lose health. That is fortunate, of course, but he knows that he can go in, and that this AT hasn't got the time to maneuver around. You could already see that from the way he was reversing and rear side scraping and doing stuff. He's not turning on the spot. He knows that he can drive backwards and that he will be able to clear this AT8. There we go. Thank you very much. 4 kills. Big damage. It's more than 3,400, as you can see. That's the little counter on the left. It's actually 4,109. Brilliant game. Brilliant game. Make no mistake about that. But it is done with the added experience, with the knowledge beforehand of having a new account. Why are you telling this, Martin? Beginners think differently compared to experts. Sounds logical, yes, but it's not just a matter of pouring in all the knowledge. You can tell people that do not know how to play the game. You can tell them what to do, but they just can't visualize it. They just don't know what to do because they are new players. When I'm driving, when I'm looking at the map, I know all the maps, I know all the tanks. I can already figure out, right, if I go over this little dune right over here just before the crest starts flattening, then I'll know that I will have a shot, or I will have a line of sight, or might get spotted, or I will spot somebody maybe. And that's the beauty of having that knowledge beforehand, if you have done a new account, a reroll account. That's why some of the players make those reroll accounts, because they want to have the really big setup. To be honest, I've never been bothered with making a reroll. I have, of course, the Sniper Hero Accurate account. I should use that again sometime. But I don't understand why people want to make those new accounts just to get better statistics. I've been investing in my account, and I've invested a lot of time in the tanks, but also on things like the crew skills. While Falcon underscore 2004, he is a little bit unfortunate with that shot missing the tank, and you can see his team has lost a tank already. So in that regard, it's pretty much the same as with the game that Coen had played. But Falcon is in the Emil. He's in the Sturer Emil, the stubborn donkey. German gun, German tank, really good gun impression, really small gun arc, as you can see. Well, it has been buffed, but not that much in terms of armor. And if you are then 3 tanks down compared to 1 on the red team, you know you are in for a good fight. If you want to get the if you want to get the win, if you want to snatch the win from the jaws of defeat. Now Falcon's going to try to do that. And this is a bit unfortunate. This shot, here we go, 1, 2, 3, yes, there we go. 236 with HE. If that one had penetrated into the side of that AMX 5100, I think that tank would have gone down. And that's one of the things as well that you can do if you are a experienced player. Then you know, right, if this tank is going to angle like that, then I will be able to shoot him in the side or with HE or whatever. New players have a distinct disadvantage compared to veteran players. And that's not just due to the fact that I know penetration times, etc. It's visualization. I could already figure out, I was sensing already that Falcon had to move back, and he knew he had to move back as well. He gets that shot in on the KV3, as you can see. Is it then something that you can't do if you are if you're a new player? Of course you can. But if you are a reroll, if you make a new account, then it works. Then it works just a bit better. Obviously you don't have the crew skills, but you know what to do. And Falcon realizes that he has to start pushing it. He's a veteran player. I've checked the statistics after the match. He's a veteran player, gets a good shot in onto the Tiger, tries the side scope, but doesn't really have the side armor to do that effectively. But from all the things he's been doing, he knows what the Emil is capable of. He knows that he had to push, he knew he had to roll backwards and that he would then get a shot in on the KV3. And that low roll, unfortunate as it was, on that AMX is now biting him in the back because the AMX is still alive, as you can see. And if that AMX had not been alive anymore, then he wouldn't have tried to risk that shot, then he would have been able to get one more shot in onto the M4 FL10 or onto the T20. And he's going to do his utmost best to clear all the tanks and get that win. But it's just, there's just no time. You can see him switching to HE as well. He can't penetrate the T20 frontally, and he's wiggling and trying to get the bounce, and he doesn't get the bounce because the T20 will just go through with that 90mm gun. Says GG in chat. It was a good game. It was a really nice one. But oh boy, 4,273 damage dealt in the Emil. Look at that. Bit of a heartbreaker. F for Falcon in chat. And I think he deserved to win that one, to be honest. From the way he was playing, yes, he was camping a little bit in the desert. Maybe. But what are you going to do when you're bottom tier in an Emil? Then you have to camp, then you have to use the ridges. And he was doing it perfectly. You just can't win them all. That's a bit annoying. Last game then. You got bombs from the VLDF clan in the Chi-To SPG. And the Chi-To, I've mentioned it before several times, one in the review I think, and on other videos. This tank is a bit overcooked. It's not up for a nerf yet. It's not going to get nerfed in 7.0 or whatever, but honestly, I don't think this tank is going to stay as it is. It's bound to get nerfed one day or another, because it is really strong. It's really strong. Why is it really strong? Well, it has got good frontal armor, it has a good gun, not as hard hitting as a Emil, but still 310 alpha on AP. It has enhanced AP for premium ammo, and you can see that You Got Bombs is not carrying any HE, which I think I would do, but oh well, each to her own. He's going to town. Hello, Panther. No, not available. Next shot. No, not available. Let's go for the Panther then. He has to start moving in because this Panther is going to be a really pain in the butt. Talking about pain in the butt. Set on fire. 2 kills for You Got Bombs. And Bombs got 2 kills. And he's rolling around, as you can see. Gonna shoot the Smasher. No, not available. The Smasher is behind the building. Let's shoot this guy then. Oh, hello, IS. No, you haven't got the gun impression yet. Roll back. VK, don't. Thank you very much. It's 2 versus 2 in terms of kills, 5 versus 5 in terms of tanks alive. What you're gonna do then you're just gonna chill a little bit over here. Because You Got Bombs has been surveying the area, as you can see, and he realizes that he can poke over, kill this guy, and then roll back. And that's a bit of a lucky bounce, 530, that means that the SU-100Y is right on top of that ridge. And using all those little bits, the mini-map, the markers, the indication markers from where you got shot, you can see what he's been doing. He realized that the SU-100Y was over there. So just sit, he can't get shot from the left, he knows he has that ridge on his left, he is safe from harm, he can kill the smash now, there we go, thank you very much. And then roll back again, roll down again, wiggle a bit, take a look. SU-100Y can't shoot me, SU-100Y is going to poke. Yes, because that's what people do, there we go, great shot into the SU-100Y. And this is just... this is how you have to play, this is how you should play. And things like this can only come from experience, from watching YouTube videos, from playing yourself. That's the best thing, obviously. And if you can then keep doing this, then you can get 6 kills, 7 kills, good damage games, just keep winning games. This is how you should play. So, should you go to the attempt as quickly as possible? No, I don't think you should. I think you should stay in lower tiers for a bit. Get 2, 3 lines out maybe, 3 lines grinding. And why is that? It gives you the experience to know the maps. And you got bombs here. You can see that he has been lucky because this VK shot the IS-2 and then bounced, which is fortunate, but he gets 7 kills. 3,751 damage dealt, 530 block from the SU-100Y, but a big fat ace, high caliber Resenier's Heroes medal. And a nice way to end the video, isn't it? I think it is. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of the universe. My name is Martin Dogger and I catch you all tomorrow again. Cheers, happy tanking!